First off, we had the shared one, which everyone could edit and change and yada yada yada. So for sorting out the data, I started by making a copy, and then I have the copy that I can edit. The first thing that I wanted to do was make it so that each row, aside from that first row which has the the variables listed, I wanted to make each row represent a unit of the population. So the way that I did that, we had them sorted into groups of year 10s, year 12s, etc., etc. So I made that a new variable and put that down on the right side, as you can see there. Next up, we had a bunch of no ideas and I don't knows and people that didn't make responses that we can't actually use for creating our graphs. So I made a new copy because I still want to keep that information there. And in my new copy, I called it cleaned results. And in that new copy, I took out all the I don't knows. Now I then went and put that into NZGrapher. And the first time I did it, I ended up with a problem. So see how we've got V1 and V2 down here for version 1 and version 2? When I first tried to do that, I had V1, V2, V1, V2. Because in the data, some people had put V with a capital V and other people had put it with a small one. So there were two copies. So the next thing that I had to do was go back into my clean data and change it so that they were all V1, V2s. Now the way that I did that was I clicked on the row and then I went into data and it allows me to sort it alphabetically. So I sorted it alphabetically, that put all the V1s and the V2s together. And then I wrote a couple with capitals and dragged it down across all the V1s so they were all done with capitals. And once we get to that point, we can copy paste the data that's relevant. Now the other thing that happened was we have that super massive value that one person guessed, and in order to fit it on a graph about that big, it means that much space on a graph, so a very small space represents several million, which meant that all those other data values were all clumped together and looked like they were all exactly the same. So I didn't include that massive value down there, just because I couldn't get a graph that actually made any sense including it. And the point of this is to show how we can build those graphs. So copy, then in NZGrapher, we have the option up here, paste table. So I clicked on paste table, Control V, put all the information, imported it. Then X variable here, so that's the one that's along the bottom. I selected the student's response, and Y variable, which is these ones down here, I selected version 1, version 2. So once I'd done that, we end up just with this, so the dot plot. Now I can include summaries, which is basically our summary statistics, minimum, maximum, standard deviation, median, lower quartile, upper quartile, that kind of jazz, so to speak. And I can also include the box plots, which enables us to see where those different points fit in. And once we have that, we can copy that. So there's two different ways I can copy that into a document. So I don't have a document created at the moment, but one way is left clicking, which on a Chromebook is, does anyone know how to do a right click with a Chromebook? Tori? Oh, does that work? I didn't know that. That's pretty cool. Alt click works as well. Yep, so you can do that and copy image. And then if you've got your document created, you can just drag it straight across. So I'll quickly do that. And with Google Docs, you need to do Control V to paste.